I've hit the record button. I've put my marker in, and now I will say, hello, everyone.
Ooh.
Welcome to the Stream Void Podcast, episode 148.
Ooh, the Halloween episode.
The Halloween episode. That's right. I am Mikey T, and of course, across from me is Curb Stomped.
Bonsoir.
You can find us everywhere under our respected monikers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you, yes, you're listening to Stream Void Podcast. No, not you.
Not me.
You,
Okay.
out there in the La La Land.
I see.
Is it La La Land? The Internet Land. Whatever it is, this is the Stream Void Podcast. This is a show about life and video games and
Everything in between.
everything in between. You're saying along right now.
Yep, I am anyways.
Now, let me tell you, the boys at work,
Uh-huh.
they always say it. They know every time. They say it every time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's like the catchphrase now. It's a show about life and video games and everything in between.
So you just hear that out of random times or what?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. Very good.
Especially when somebody, and I say it too, when someone asks me about what my podcast is about or what our podcast is about. It's a show about life and video games and everything in between.
No one ever asked me because I don't tell anybody, because anyone that I would tell, I don't want them to hear it.
Well, yeah.
But I mean, no, I guess at work or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can hear us again. Oh, okay, there's the thing. I'm gonna hit pause on that because I can hear us. So,
Yes.
there is everything in between.
Uh-huh.
Tell me about some of that in between crap.
Oh, me personally?
You personally, tell me about how the last, I mean,
2 days
it's
have
only been
been?
a couple days since we recorded
Yeah.
the previous podcast, just due to scheduling
Yeah.
and, the 1010 stream.
Yeah.
If you don't know what the 1010 stream is, go back, listen to the podcast,
Yeah.
and we'll tell you all about the 1010 stream.
Yep.
And the previous one as well.
Yep.
And, of course, the wife and I went hunting.
Yes.
So, it's only been a few days.
Uh-huh. So what have I done?
So,
in
what
those-
have you done in those few days?
Well, I don't know if I don't remember if I mentioned it on the last stream last Wednesday, but that was my first day back to work after my 2 weeks off, and I did my whatever. I had to do my ordering and stuff like that, but I ended up working all 3 days in the office this week because there was all these bookings for next year that I had to do
Oh,
that
yeah.
I didn't know about. Like, we'll get emails that'll say like, hey, this is due, deadline is this date, and if you order by that day you get a discount, stuff like that. So I knew about the ones that I was doing, and I did them, and I just happened to call the other store where the other guy that he does a bunch of the fishing stuff works, and I was like, oh, I've done this, whatever, and talked about it. I'm like, I think that's everything, I think I'm done. And he's like, no, what about these 3 that you haven't done yet? And I was like, I don't know about those 3, what are you talking about? And he's like, oh, I just got an email, these ones are due on like October 31st or whatever. And I wanted to get them because I'm not going to be back in the office till November 1st. So I was like, oh my God, like I didn't know about these. So I had to do all these bookings for these things to get them done. And that involves me looking at what we sold in the last year and ordering based off of what I think we're going to sell next year.
Yep.
And what I think we're going to sell next year is way less than what we sold or what I've traditionally ordered. Like normally it'd be like, oh, I'd be buying like $10,000 worth of fly lines. And it's like this year we're going to get $2,000 worth of fly lines. It's crazy.
Yeah, wild.
Yeah. Sales went way down on all this stuff.
I guess with, when all the restrictions are lifted, people are not, having to go outside and do things anymore.
Well, it was
they can
more
just
like
stay inside again.
in COVID times, no one could leave the country.
Yeah.
So everyone was like fishing and camping,
Yep.
and everyone bought everything we had. And now you can go back to Cuba. So I don't need to go fishing here.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I did this. And then as I was finishing those off, I was like, okay, let me look at these other regular orders we would do for vendors I get every week or whatever. And so there's a big one we do for camping stuff, and it's out in Toronto, Ontario it comes from. And it takes like 2 weeks to get here.
Yeah.
When you order it, right? 2 to 3 weeks. Because they have to get the order, make the skids, ship them out, and they ship them by ground. It's not like they're, sending them overnight. They'll just ship them out and they get here when they get here. So I'm looking and I'm like, oh, did this order not get done when I was gone? And they're like, no. And I was like, oh, why didn't it get done? And they're like, had all these excuses like, oh, this is the blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, okay, so this order that I do, that I normally do every week, wasn't done for 2 weeks. So now I'm doing it now. So it's not going to show up for 2 weeks. So for a month to 5 weeks, we're just not going to get any product from these guys. It's like, okay, good thing I went over with everybody to make sure all this stuff got done, because other orders that take 2 days to get here got done, but the one that takes the longest, they just didn't even do.
That's wild.
So I just was like, wow, like what was even the point of me telling anyone what needed to be done, because they didn't do it.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, wow. Okay. And they said something like, oh, that's why we need you around here. And I was like, well, what if I was sick for a month? Like, just nothing gets done, like.
Yeah, right.
I was just like, okay, well, whatever, It was just like, okay. All right.
That's wild. Like, is there nobody there who, if you choose to leave, you're going to have to, like, train somebody for once? Or they just didn't do it?
They just didn't do it.
They just didn't do it.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So I just was like, okay, whatever. I'll do it now, I guess. So I sent it in. And then there was a whole thing, like, we have all these winter jackets, so we have too many winter jackets right now. It's not quite cold enough for winter jackets, so I didn't order any winter jackets, right?
Yeah.
And the company we order from, they know how, I've told them how our system works. Like, I go in and I want to, when we get down to 2 jackets, I want to order 4 jackets, and it'll automatically make an order for 4 jackets when we get down to 2, right?
Yeah.
So when I sent the order in, there was no jackets on it for any of the stores. So previously, we had sent a thing in saying, oh, we didn't get we were shorted some jackets on the order, right? So when he gets the order, he sees there's no jackets on it. He knows they weren't reordered. So then he's thinking, oh, they did get the jackets that they said they didn't get, and they're just trying to pull a fast one on me. So then he's calling the owner, like, what's the deal? There's no order for jackets, and you were short of jackets. They should be on the order. Like, what's happening? Are you trying to pull a fast one on me or whatever? So then we had to explain to him, like, no, we just didn't order any jackets this time because we have too many jackets. We did not get the jackets that you said we got before. And it's just a whole thing. It's like, oh my God. So now
like, you shorted us jackets.
Yeah.
Which, did you pay for the jackets?
No, we didn't.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's the whole thing, is that now he thinks we did get the jackets and then we didn't pay for them.
No. We just redid our inventory. There's too many jackets.
Yeah. So because there's been shortages like that, now we have to, when we get from this company, normally it'd be like, we get an order from this company and it says on the thing, we got 5 skids, 500 boxes. We'd say, okay, we got 5 skids, check. On the bill of lading, from the delivery company. Yep. Now it's like, no, that's not good enough. We have to be 500 boxes.
Yeah.
So now when we get a delivery, we have to be like, sorry, truck driver, you gotta wait. We have to count all the boxes. So they're going to love that for sure.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
we don't normally do that.
No. Well, I mean, you should be counting all the boxes, but I don't know if you need to keep the driver there.
Well, if we're not going to sign for it because it's short, they have to take it away.
Yeah.
So.
Oh.
Yeah.
They just have to take it away?
Yeah, we'll refuse shipment. Yeah, that's the idea. If there's not what it says on the bill of lading, we say, no, that's incomplete.
Send it back.
So.
That's wild.
Yeah. So we'll see how that works out.
Seems a little bit counterproductive doing that.
But
I mean, counting everything and not having everything that you ordered, yes, that's good.
We do that. No, we do that when the driver's gone.
Yeah.
So normally we would just say, oh, 5 skids, here you go, bye-bye driver. But now we don't know, I think it's a combination of them shipping it and not checking the right amounts. Like the guy in their warehouse throws it in a box and screws it up. And then maybe on our end, someone in the store counts it wrong, right?
Yeah.
But they want to be like, oh, it's not the company we're shipping it with is taking a box off the top and stealing items. Mm-hmm. And then we get it and it's like, well, it says 500 boxes, but we only got 499. So someone got lost somewhere. So yeah, that's the idea anyways. Yeah. Anyways, I'm like, oh, that's really cool. What a really cool and fun thing we're going to have to do. So anyways, that was pretty much work. There was, the usual in the office. I mean, anyways, I think my good friends, kids are, I don't know, they're the one kid's in school and it seems like she's always having to, he just seemed, I don't know. Anyways, she had to take him to the hospital because he fell in gym class. Because maybe he has a broken arm or something like that. But it's like, wow, at least once a month, there's something up with your kid where he's getting in a fight with his teacher, or he's getting kicked out of class because he doesn't get along with his teacher. It's just like, wow. And then she's always, oh, the teachers, I don't know what their deal is with them. You know, they're all these, he just gets the worst teachers. And I'm like, I think the common denominator here isn't the teachers.
Yep.
So anyways, I don't say anything. I just sort of like nod and smile. I don't smile. I just nod, you
just
know.
nod, yep. Sounds not right, but sure.
And then she leaves, so that's okay too. So I can't complain about that. Yeah, that was pretty much it for work. And then I didn't do any streaming. I'm off till the 1st.
Very good.
And I didn't really play anything except some Pokemon. Had a faff about in there. And I played a little more Liza P, New Game Plus, just to mess about and see what's going on.
OP? You're OP? Going through? Smashing?
Yeah, pretty much.
Very good.
And then I started watching some videos about Liza P, people's strategies and stuff like that. And it's like, oh, there's some strategies that I didn't really know sort of worked that way, or items that I was like, oh, that's how that item works. That would have been interesting to know. But in those style of games, it's like, okay, you pick up an item. You don't want to just use it immediately, because is that the only one in the game? Like, I don't know. So when I would pick up like a throwable item, like a saw blade, I would just be like, well, I don't want to use it. I only got one. And then by the time you get some more, it's like, well, it's just a saw blade. Like, what's the saw blade going to do? Like, I've thrown the gear. The gear, just you throw it. It hits the guy. He does a little damage. The end, right? So you never tried the saw blade. And then I'm watching these videos. I'm like, oh, when you throw the saw blade, it like goes back and forth through them a bunch of times and hits them like 5 times.
Bounces around.
It's like, oh, nice. That would have been interesting to throw. And then it's like you have your puppet has different arms you can attach. So there's like the flamethrower arm and everything. And there was a shield one that I was using. And I was like, okay, that's good. It'll block a few attacks, whatever. But then it's like, oh, if you go online and watch these videos, you learn like, oh, if you just hold the guard button and then spam the parry button while you're guarding, if you hit the parry button at the right time, it will parry the attack. But if it doesn't, it still guards. And it's like, whoa, that would have made it a lot easier to fight all those bosses. Or like the second to last boss that I fought, she throws these lightning bolts at you, and I'm just dodging them because there's like 6 of them coming down. But then I watch a video about a guy fighting her. It's like, oh, if you parry that lightning, it bounces back and hits her. It's like, wow, that would have been good if I could parry those. So, because like when I see lightning coming to me, I think
you can't parry lightning,
and you can't block it either. You're just gonna be electrocuted. But no, you can block it, and you can parry it. But I never even thought to even try blocking it.
I mean, why would you? It's
so
lightning.
I'm just like, I gotta dodge it. So anyways, it would have made it a lot easier if I would have known these things. But I guess that's my fault too for not just trying.
Yeah.
Like the whole point of the game is you die 100 times. So I should have just go in there and be like, can I block the lightning? Oh, I can.
Yeah, there you go.
That
you got to experiment a little bit more.
That would have been a little, well, yeah. But as I play all these different Souls-likes, I am experimenting more and learning more. So anyways, that was pretty much it. I watched VHS 85 last night.
Yeah. Which
was okay. Have you ever watched any of the VHS ones?
No.
They're pretty good. You should check them out. They're like anthology horror shorts.
Shorts. Yeah.
Pretty much.
I like a good short.
So there'll be like 5 stories in the one movie, and maybe they're interconnected a little bit, depending. And this one they were all supposed to take place in the 80s, so they're all like filmed on camcorders. Yep. So the quality's really bad because it looks like they're but it looks like they're filmed like on a VHS.
Yeah.
I don't think they were. I think they probably filmed them high def and then added a filter and cropped the screen down.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So maybe they'll do like a high def 85 eventually, so you can see better quality later. But the stories were interesting. The special effects were cool. Actually, the special effects are probably even better because the film grain just sort of distorts.
Yeah, it hides a lot of things.
So you would see it and be like, well, that looked really cool. But then if you saw it in HD, you'd be like, oh, that looks so fake. But it was not my favorite VHS one I've seen. It was good, but
there's a lot of little tricks that people put in to hide a lot of the flaws and a lot of things. Yeah. Like shaky combat cam.
Yeah. Well, I could tell when it was like, oh, there was a cut here. Like they would always be here, take the camera, and then the camera will like shakily show the ground, and then it'll change the POV, and I'll be like, okay, that's where they did a cut right there or whatever. But the stories were good. It wasn't my favorite VHS 85 one, but I've liked them all, so I
Very
would
good.
recommend any of them really. And I watched the first episode of The Fall of the House of Usher, which is the new Mike Flanagan one. He's the guy that did The Haunting of Hill House and The Haunting of Bly Manor and like Midnight Mass and Gerald's Game, all this stuff. So far, very interesting, very good.
Nice.
They give him a lot of money to do those shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, they're they're very like popular on Netflix, so they got a lot of money behind them.
Nice.
And what's his name? The dude from what are those idiots that you like to watch on YouTube? The one that then the guy got fired because he was cheating on his wife and stuff.
Oh, Funhouse?
Yeah. The one guy, the actor guy, Rahul.
Rahul.
He's
Rahul
in
Kaul.
he's in there. He's in the show. He's been in the last couple of them, but he's in there. He's in there, and then there's a bunch of the other regulars that he uses that are in there as well. So
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh, I recognize that person from that last show. Oh yeah, there's that person too. So yeah, it's pretty good. And then last night I watched another episode of the whatever the new boys show is called.
Yeah. Generation V.
I watched like the second or third episode. Pretty good. I like
Yep.
the little cricket girl. She's pretty funny.
Yes. We just wrapped episode 4
Oh yeah.
of that.
Yeah, the one I watched was they were going down. The one guy, I don't remember any of their names
Maybe
except
3.
the little cricket girl.
Mm-hmm.
The guy was going into the basement where like the woods are.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that was one we watched too.
Yeah.
3. And
So-
he sent. Maybe.
It was after like he found his Golden Boy's phone in his dad's crotch.
Oh yeah. Okay, we're on the episode after that.
Okay, yeah. So
I kind of know what's.
I like it. People are kind of poo-pooing it because I don't know. The complaints I've heard are like, oh, they're just whiny. It's like, well, they're teenagers basically in school.
Kids.
Yeah, it's like emo times, you know. They're just super powered kids basically.
Yeah.
Surprising they're as like calm and collected and like down to earth as they are.
Right.
Like if it was like the real world like this, they'd all be like fucking Homelander. That's the attitude they would have.
Oh, good old Homelander.
Yeah, exactly. He's been arrested for murder.
Yes.
Yeah, what a guy.
What a guy.
Anyways, what about you? What have you been up to?
I mean, work was work as usual.
Yes.
Nothing too exciting about that. Aegis Detailing gonna be opening up in a couple days.
Oh, I thought it was open.
I mean, the shop's there, and we're taking
Private
customers.
clients.
Yeah, we're taking clients, but their bookings are not until the shop opens.
I see.
And so the next couple days here, everything's gonna get filtered into the shop. I'm gonna take the Jeep up there so we can get some before and afters of that. Because I mean, you saw the Jeep when you came up. It's
A little
pretty
muddy.
It's pretty muddy. It's pretty dirty.
Yep.
The inside's pretty gross. And it's too cold out there to detail now. So getting
to
up
power
to the
wash,
shop.
you mean?
Well, anything. Still too cold to detail too. It's
But-
cold.
Yeah, okay.
Detail in the heated shop.
Yeah,
That's fine. Other than that, yeah, that's it. It was just another couple days. So nothing
Yeah,
too
true,
exciting happened.
True.
We went on hunting yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Try to get some geese, but it's hard to find the geese. It's hard to hunt geese when there's no green grass
Or grains growing around
or
here.
grains growing around.
Yeah.
It's all just dry.
Yeah. What are they eating? Sagebrush?
I don't know.
Yeah.
They're
flying
always
to Alberta and Saskatchewan.
yeah. They're always in like a farmer's field somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere you can't blast them,
Yeah, exactly.
which makes things difficult.
Yeah.
We went up. What the hell is that place? We went south towards Merritt, and then there's those lakes in that little area before Logan Lake.
Uh-huh.
Can't remember what the hell they're called though.
Like Lac Lejeune.
Not Lac Lejeune.
Steak Lake? No.
Not Steak. I can't remember what it's called.
Anyways.
But yeah, we were up there. We took a real gnarly trail. It's like, oh yeah, ATV friendly. Okay, well we're in a Jeep. We can go. We start going up this trail, and it's so tight. It's so rocky. I'm oh man, this is gonna be difficult. But yeah, made it all the way through.
Nice.
It's a good trail.
Do you have a winch yet?
Huh?
You have a winch
No
yet?
winch yet.
Oh my god, ballsy.
But I mean, there wasn't any mud.
Oh, okay.
It's not like a scree slope where we're gonna slide off. It's just like solid ground.
Oh yeah.
So having a winch isn't quite there. We don't need it yet. I mean, it's gonna cost so much money to get a winch.
Yeah.
Especially since I need to get tires and stuff too.
Yeah.
Need to get 35s. Got 33s on.
Oh
Gotta get
jeez.
the 35s.
Yep.
Gotta get that couple inches of clearance. And make it look meaner. Way meaner.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we're going to do Ripsaw, the Ripsaw Trail, which is like one of BC's most famous overlanding trails
Oh yeah.
next year. So none of us that are going have a winch yet.
Oh shit.
And I feel like we might need one.
Yeah, maybe.
Although all the obstacles on that trail, you can kind of, like the harder ones, there's detours, so you can just go around them if you don't make it.
I see.
Yes. And then, yeah, just gaming with Wizard with a Gun.
Still on the gun.
Still on the gun.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good time. And then Cyberpunk, of course. Getting through there. I'm getting close to finishing, I think.
Oh,
the
yeah.
main storyline quest, anyway. I was doing a quest for a, one of the mayoral candidates of the city. And you have to go up in their apartment and look around and stuff. And I'm sitting right at the tippy top of their apartment, like on the roof of the apartment, because they're in the penthouse suite. And I look down into the city. I'm like, man, this city's vibrant. And then I zoom in because I've got 8x optical zoom. And I'm like,
oh, we're talking about Cyberpunk
Yeah.
now? Oh, sorry. I was like, wow, Wizard of the Gun sounds way different than I thought.
No,
that's
we
what you're
switched to
talking about.
Cyberpunk.
Okay.
yeah.
I missed that switch.
And I'm like zooming down into the city. I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, this looks awful.
Oh, yeah.
It looked like when looking at the traffic down on the bridge and in the roads, it's just like little cardboard cutouts of cars just bopping along the road. I was like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, little tricks to make it run at a better frame rate.
Yeah. I've got everything cranked up again. So full ultra ray tracing.
Ooh, and what's your FPS?
I don't know. There's no FPS
30
counter.
then better? 30?
It's better than 30.
Okay.
It's up there.
Okay.
It's up there. Yeah, it looks so good.
Yep.
Except for those cars bouncing around.
Yeah, we talked about Cyberpunk last week. There was a whole section where we talked about it, and I put it on the YouTube channel as a whole segment. As I was listening to it, I was like, I guess I have to just restart this fucking game again.
Yeah, you have to restart it.
The other thing I found out is I think I can actually change the mouse controls, keyboard controls, so tab isn't toggle or hold toggle to crouch. Hold tab to crouch, because that was a thing. That was sneaking was holding tab down, but I think you can't do it in the game, but I think you can do it in the like accessories section of the Xbox dashboard.
Yeah.
So I think I can actually get it to playable that way. So
I was trying to do the Cyber Psycho mission, but I was like right downtown and everything's really hard downtown.
Mm-hmm.
And I came across a Cyber Psycho. He just kind of like dropped down, killed a guy, and then he turned invisible, and then I died.
Oh, fun.
I was like, what? What just happened? He like 3-tapped me with his mantis blades, and I was like, okay, just completely invisible.
That's what everyone seems to say, is the mantis blades are the way to go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had mantis blades on my other character, and it's just like, yeah, mantis blade, dead.
Yeah.
But I need to increase my armor. I don't have enough armor.
Yeah, I gotta get that subdural armor going.
Subdermal.
Yeah,
You gotta do it.
subdermal. Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, other than gaming, I've been doing a lot of creativity.
Oh, really?
Working on stickers and stuff for Aegis.
Ooh. Where are you gonna stick these stickers?
We're just gonna give them out.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, oh, you came up. Here you go. Have a sticker. A thank you card, maybe even a custom air freshener.
Oh, a
little aftercare.
Oh, I see. The white glove experience.
Yes, indeed.
Wow. Okay. What's the scent on the old air freshener?
I don't know. I haven't found a place that is cheap enough to do die cut air fresheners yet.
Yeah.
Custom die cut air fresheners, because they get expensive.
Maybe you don't need a die cut. Maybe it just needs to be printed.
Probably, but
I know you want to get it perfect.
No, you gotta get it perfect.
You gotta just not get it perfect and just get it pretty good.
That's what we're doing with Game Hub right now. Not doing it perfect.
Not getting it perfect.
Just getting it done, getting it out, and then expanding from there.
Exactly.
But yeah, I'm not going to talk about the Game Hub until I have more news.
Yes, there you go.
But I do need to come down and get some stock.
Come down and get some stock?
Yeah.
Oh, from the store?
From the store, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 cases waiting for you.
2 cases.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were doing all the inventory. I was like, oh, we're short like 28 games or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, those are the ones they found. There might be others hiding about. When he finds them, he'll get them. But
yeah, he didn't tell me at all.
No, they probably didn't count them.
Oh,
they probably just was like grab them all and put them on the skids. So, yeah, it was not intentional, but he found.
No. Well, when he found them, he didn't tell me that he found them.
Oh, I don't think he found them until you asked for them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a while ago.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that they were at the store.
Oh, so no one told you that they found the
no
ones?
one told me that they
Oh.
found them.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that I'm not surprised about. I see what you're saying. You said, "Hey, we're missing some," and they never said, "Oh, we found them."
Yes,
Okay. Yeah, that I'm not surprised.
that is
about.
correct.
Yeah, I'm not surprised about that then. Yeah.
Oh, I did put a marker in
Okay.
for
Good
the start of the
you.
show. All right,
Perfect.
let's. I mean, there's no show we're kind of talking about.
Well, I mean, you're watching Loki, but you refuse to talk about it. So.
Yeah. Oh, did I watch this week's episode? I don't think I did. It's wild. I like it.
Yeah.
You should watch it.
If I didn't have to watch the previous season, maybe.
Yeah, you kind of do.
Yeah.
Although that guy who is playing the dude,
Owen Wilson?
He Who Remains.
Oh, Kang?
Yeah, Kang. He's of course being charged with something. I can't remember.
Yeah,
what he's being
domestic
charged with.
assault or
Yeah,
something like
domestic
that.
assault.
But he's not in Loki, is he? I
Uh,
thought they already got rid of him and got someone else.
maybe.
So this dude is in Loki?
Hang on.
Maybe they already recorded it and it was too late.
It was probably already recorded.
So I think they got rid of him after that.
I think so as well. Must
Yeah.
be, since we're already watching it. Yeah, it's really good. I enjoy it. It's very good.
Cool.
Yes.